Colorado. From its high peaks to its lush valleys, with its endless outdoor activities, this is one of America's havens for the adventure enthusiast, and where our adventure begins.
Brings us to here. Welcome to Rhino Exploration. My name is Zach, and have you guys ever wondered what you should do with 24 hours? If you just had 24 hours, what would you do with that time? I had that question. It's been kind of bugging me the past little while, and the last time I was talking with you guys, I told you that the next trip would be about a 2-day adventure. So I've got 24 hours to go and explore, have a good time, and that is what I'm going to do. So we are here in Colorado, obviously, and we are actually starting where we left off last time. We are at the start of the St. John's Trail. It's actually right behind the camera, and we are actually going to take this up and a completely whole different network of trails on this adventure. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, the reason I'm starting here is because two reasons. One, I didn't want to end here again. I just didn't want to. And two, this trail is a great way of starting this adventure because I've got 24 hours. Technically, I've got about 22 hours. 24 hours started at 1 p.m. for me. It is now 3 p.m. It took me about 2 hours to get out here. Thank you, road work on the interstate. Thank you so much. It was like a 45-minute extra delay to my time. So I've got 22 hours still to go out here, and we're gonna have a ton of fun. The route I created it on Gaia, which is not a sponsor of the channel, but I created this route. It is about 35 miles or so, which should take the good part of the rest of today to get to areas that I have marked out for camp, and should be a good part of tomorrow to getting us to where we're ending, because we're not ending back over here. We're going to end somewhere completely different, and it's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. I've got about 6 or 7 different campsites marked out for possible camp, all in different areas along the trail. Just depends on how long it takes. Honestly, it's 3 o'clock. At 8 p.m. or so is about the last bit of light left of the day. I hope to make camp around 6:30, somewhere in there. So we got about 3 hours, give or take a little bit, to get someplace. But honestly, guys, we're out here to have some fun. Like, just to explore this area and to capture this place. And I don't know, I got 24 hours. I didn't want to sit at home. I could have played games, I could have done all these different things, but I didn't want to. And I wanted to bring you guys along with me on this 24-hour excursion, so this is what we're going to do. So we are all aired down. We're at 15 psi, which is my new normal. The Jeep is in 4-wheel drive. We got everything set to go, and we got 22 hours to go have some more fun. So let's get going, guys. Okay, guys, so why are we out in the same area again? I guarantee it's a question running through a lot of y'all's heads. 2 reasons. One, it's close to home. Generally, this drive only takes just over an hour to get out to this area. So, it means there's a lot of availability of me being out here. 2, there's a ton of trails out here. Ever since we did Red Cone a couple weeks ago, it has been, awesome. You just to be able to come out here and there's all these trails, and every time
I don't really have to stay on the same trail for very long to get to a new set of trails that I've never done before is huge. And that's one of the big reasons why we've kind of come out here lately. Those are the, you know, the two big reasons why. Originally, head out towards like Telluride and hit Black Bear, Imogene Pass, some of the other ones that I haven't tackled yet this summer, especially now that they've opened up and have been open for a couple of weeks. To drive out there is about a 6-hour drive, and that's without any kind of traffic. It's 6 hours, and it didn't fit into my time frames for the days that I had allotted for it, you know, which days of the week and whatnot. And honestly, I'd want to spend more time out there. Yes, it is just so pretty out there, and there are just so many different trails and different things. It wasn't going to be as enjoyable as this were. I got out here, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We still have tons of time before we need to get to camp, and there's just so much to see still, and we can catch a beautiful sunset, and it's just closer to home. Now, the traffic and stuff on I-70, I was not expecting that. Literally, if you are traveling on Interstate 70 and it's, you know, just outside of Denver, it's like outside of Idaho Springs. If you are coming in or leaving Denver in that area, just be prepared for a lot of traffic. They had us stopped for at least 30 minutes on the interstate. I'm not quite sure why. We were never crossing over into the other side of the freeway at all. I don't know why, but they had us stopped for a while. There's been lots of traffic there. So that kind of ate an extra hour of my time, which is okay. Because today is a Wednesday for y'all. First off, it is Wednesday afternoon at 3. We're out on the trails during my favorite time of day, which is during the week, I should say. My favorite part is during the week because there's less people out here, and it being 3 p.m. means most people are now just starting to get off work. So traffic would be going crazy in town, and out here it is just me and you. It's gonna be fun. Another reason that we are doing this also, or that I'm doing this, is I want to show you guys that with 24 hours, you can go and do all sorts of things. Most people think that, you know, they can't go on an adventure or go overlanding and things like that because they just don't have the time. Because, you know, a weekend isn't long enough for some people. And that's just, you know, they see a lot of things on YouTube. They follow other channels and me, and they go out there, and, you know, I can go out there for several days at a time, and it's great. But other people don't have necessarily that luxury to go out there or that amount of time. But it's amazing what you guys can do in 24 hours. This is just over an hour away from my house on a good day. But I have 24 hours, so if you were to leave on a Friday evening or afternoon or even a Saturday, leave and say you had 24 hours to go spend your Saturday. And I'm going to use Saturday because that's most people still have weekends off, or they have a job where they at least have 2 days in a row off generally. So you take your Saturday and you head off. Say you leave in the morning. I'm leaving in the afternoon because that's how my schedule allotted. Most people would have morning to morning. So you leave in the morning and you can just go have an absolute blast of a time. And that's what I'm here to prove, is that you can go out and tackle several different trails and just have an absolute fun time and see great things and get to camp in what will hopefully be some really awesome camp spots. We will see. And still, you know, and get home in 24 hours and just had an awesome adventure. And what lot of people don't realize is when you do things in a time period between like 24 or 48 hours, it's amazing how those adventures stay in your head more than multi-day trips. Like, you remember multi-day trips, but you don't remember the detail quite as much. You start forgetting parts of it, where if you go out and do something for 24 hours or 48 hours and you go on an adventure, you are having such a fun time and you're doing so much in such a short period of time that you remember so many different things. And if you go out such as I am, where you have a route, you have some campsites, you know, marked that could possibly be good, and your only objective is to just have fun, it makes it so much fun. Like, yes, I have a time frame. I got 24 hours. But I'm not letting that time necessarily dictate things. Yes, do I have to make sure that I'm within that time frame? Of course. But I'm not going to sacrifice stops or views that could possibly be there or capture the moment because I'm worrying about the time. The time's there. I know what time I have to hit the deadline, you know, where I have to end and be done off the trail. I know what that time is. And I'm going to do it. But for something, or for someone like me, honestly, you give me a time frame and a deadline time to hit, more than likely I'm gonna hit that time, but I'm not gonna worry about the time. I'll keep track of it, but I know what time I have to hit there. I'll hit there, and I just enjoy the rest of the time. It's gonna be such a fun time, guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this. This is, you know, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna camp, we're gonna have a good old, you know, we're having fun. That's the whole point of this. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Check that out, guys. Beautiful. This was stuff that I couldn't stop and show you guys the last time I was out here because I couldn't stop. I had so many people. This is gorgeous. Holy cow.
I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't matter how many times I see these views, they are absolutely amazing every time. It doesn't matter. However, something I didn't notice the last time we were out here is there is a cabin down there. Like, either somebody, I'm hoping it's somebody's like summertime home or something like that. Because it looks really pretty. Like, the area is really gorgeous. I wonder how they got the materials in. A helicopter? Because there is no way you're taking a truck and a trailer on here, and or a pickup truck and just load by load in here. I highly doubt. But it's a really pretty cabin. They did a really nice job. At least from way up here, it looks nice and pretty. But my goodness, guys, being able to take my time through here, this go around, it's awesome. I'm having a blast. It is so pretty out here. And there are just so many things like that cabin I missed last time because I couldn't stop. I couldn't really take the time to stop because I'd have been running into somebody else, or because this is a very narrow little track, you know, you're gonna run into somebody and then you're hogging up the road. But my goodness, I can take in the true beauty of it all, and it is amazing.
this gorgeous, guys? That is beautiful. My goodness, is that gorgeous. It is 5 o'clock, and that is the view. Absolutely spectacular. We got some animal friends. Check them out. That's pretty cool. Hi guys. Oh, look at you guys shedding all your wool. That's pretty cool. I've been wanting to see them. You know, I was hoping we'd see them the last couple times, but we didn't. But yeah, they're right there. See you guys. That was pretty cool. Always find it great finding animals out here on the trail. They're things you don't normally see. And they're just having a good old time, eating, enjoying life. Awesome. Accomplished. I finally got to see them. I was looking for them. It is steep. We're on that section of trail now, guys, that, you know, we've never been out here, but this is a very, very steep descent, and it is nothing but rock, like loose, big, slick rock all over the place. So we're just taking our time getting down here. It'd be interesting to drive up this, I'll give it that. I bet it's a really good challenge trying to climb up this. Man, oh man, coming down. You know, it's not the steepness that bugs me, it's the rock. Is you just gotta go slow because the rock slides out from underneath your tires, and I don't want to end up in a tricky situation, especially not out here. One, ain't no one out here to help me. Two, there ain't nowhere to help try and recover myself off of, because there's not a tree in sight except for maybe 300 meters down. This is pretty cool. I know the camera isn't going to do that quite justice, but that is steep and very rocky. But now we got to go over that way. You can kind of see where the trail just kind of takes off that way, so we're going to go see where it goes. Well, we're on top of one of the mountains. This is one of the little peaks that I was talking about. We just came down. You can see it there. All that really steep area I was talking about. And we were that's down over there. But there's also this. It's a log cabin here. I thought, well, let's go check it out. I didn't know it was up here. I just came up here for this spectacular view behind me. But this is pretty cool. Let's see what this is. Danger. Do not go in. It's either was a cabin at one point, or and it collapsed in, or it was the top of a mine shaft. And they had it like that to keep the snow off of it. I don't quite know. It's quite windy up here. Pretty. Look at that view, guys. Check that out. That is beautiful. I know it's windy. I'm gonna try and speak louder. But we're almost to the area where I have places marked for camp. Let me just walk over here and show you guys, because right over here you guys are about to see is where the forest is, and we still have some descending to do, so I'm hoping that the wind will get killed off a little bit once we descend. First off, there's the second cabin, and then better yet, there is the forest right down there. That is where we're going to descend into, and I have some areas marked out for camp down there, and hopefully they pan out. Otherwise, we'll just keep going down the trail a little further. I have some other areas marked out for camp. Like I said, I like to have, if it's a 2-day trip, I typically have anywhere between 3 to 5 different areas marked out for camp. This time around, I've got like 7, 8. This is gorgeous up here, guys. It is so pretty. Oh, I am in heaven right now. But I need to keep going because time is ticking away, and I do want to get the camp and be able to make dinner. Let's light up. So, we're gonna get going here. We have definitely descended. And we are in the trees now. We are still going down. It is pretty steep. But there are some big divots or I should say mounds. The divots aren't a problem. The mounds are. You gotta go over them real slowly. If I had a little more clearance, I wouldn't touch, but I'm touching the belly pan. I'm not scraping it, it's just like a slight tap as I go over some of them, so I'm just going over them real slow. It's because if I was in a 2-door Jeep, I probably wouldn't have an issue, but 4-door Jeep got that extra little bit of length. It's not terrible though. But you want to take your time going through here anyways, because on my passenger side, I have a nice little drop off with trees everywhere, but it's a nice drop off. On my driver's side, I have mountain, steep uphill. So, I'm in no rush. It is very pretty though. I am loving this. Well guys, this isn't gonna be camp, not right here. This is the end of the trail. This was an out and back trail. We hit the fork where I told you there was that one campsite. There's a fork and I wanted to come out this way because I had a couple spots marked, two of which don't exist. There is a clearing, but you have to go way down into it and there's no way you can get a vehicle down there. So there is another spot that we were gonna check that we passed that is back that way some. But I want to show you this cool view. So behind me, Jeep. This is the little turnaround. If you look up here, where my finger is, whoop, way up here, that is actually the ridge we came down. Which is pretty funny. We went down this whole ridge. This was that bowl that we were looking in. And here's the bowl, here's that valley. I hope this shows for you guys. Look at this. You got over there, all these trees. We've climbed back up. And then we got back over there and back up. Actually, tucked up down there is Breckenridge. It's a freaking beautiful view. It's gorgeous. It's a little windy up here, but it's super pretty. But we're gonna go check out that camp. That camp is actually, I don't know, you guys might be able to see the little grass knoll down there. Let me see. Boop, 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 boop. There's a little grass spot right there. Yeah. Camp. There's a camp spot that's back over that way. So we're gonna go check that out. Otherwise we'll camp over by the fork in the road at that other spot, which was pretty good. But I didn't stop to check that one because I knew I had to go back down this trail if I didn't find one out here. So let's go check out that other spot, guys. But it's really pretty out here. Well guys, I think this is gonna be camp for the night. This area is actually really big. You could put several rigs in here, even rigs with trailers. But it's gonna do. It's a little windy still, I know, but we're at 11,000 feet. And the other campsite that we saw is down just a little bit. It's not gonna be much better. And hopefully this will calm down as the evening winds down. But this is going to be awesome. I got a nice flat spot to put up the tent. There is actually a creek running down over there. We'll go check that out after we make dinner. But yeah, this is going to work, guys. I'm excited. So let's go ahead and get camp all set up and then we can start cooking because I'm hungry. And just like that, guys, camp is set up. I have to be honest, not having totes is amazing. Oh my goodness, it was so nice to just pull the tent out, put everything in it. It's all put together and everything else is in the drawers and in the things that I need them to be. And I'm not fighting with totes like crazy. And this is going to be the first time using the new kitchen setup and everything like that, because we've gone out on some day trips. All we've done is day trips since coming back, so this will be the first time using the new kitchen setup because I've only been on day trips since getting back, so this will be awesome. And so far it's been working great. So now it's dinner time, and I'm doing things a little different for dinner. It's different in the sense of it's a very usual thing for Lindsay and I to make, but I've never thought of making it at camp until today. So we are going to have ramen, but this isn't just your typical, ramen. Yes, we buy the instant ramens that you can make and things like that. We buy the little bit of a higher end quality than that cheap, crappy stuff you find at the supermarket. But we add all sorts of different things to our ramen. So in tonight's dish, we are going to be putting, not that one, some mushrooms and some hot pot meat. I do believe that's pork. And it's gonna be and I also have a carrot. And it's going to be a very good dinner. I'm gonna have a pre-dinner snack though because I am that hungry. And I love having the fridge on the slide because now I can just push it back. And I'm not climbing into the Jeep anymore to get it out. I know I said it, but this is so nice. To be able just to have everything I need in its place. I'm not digging through a tote that I had to unpack because I didn't have to unpack the whole Jeep. Which is so nice. The next thing I would like to get eventually is a new camp grill. This one, it works great. It's just old. And so it doesn't like to get put back together as nicely as, a newer one would. Example A. I can't put the propane connector on unless I tilt it this way because it won't accept the thing. It took about 5 attempts to get the propane connector hooked up to the stove, and then it took me about 2 tries to get the bottle hooked up to the connector. Whew! I don't know what is up, but it has taken me a hot second. Alright, let's see if I can cook dinner in one shot. Alright, we got water going, we got flameage. Just gotta wait for it to boil. We can start cooking. Should be awesome. So, what did I think of today's trail so far? It was good. I'm glad we started at St. John's Trail and went over that way. It took about the amount of time I was expecting it to, which was good because it means we got here when I wanted to, and we're able to make camp because right now it is almost 7 o'clock, which we've been at camp for about 20 minutes now, so pretty good. I enjoyed it. I think the worst part of that whole trail though was coming off, and yes, I can spin you guys and show you. Maybe there's a lot of sun, but right up here, right up there is actually where we came down off of, the main trail that was up on top of the mountains. We came down it. That trail was just a little much, and what I mean by a little much was those divots, those bumps that we had to go over, they were some big bumps, so trying to get over them, it took some time. Okay, it's time for bug spray. All right, well, dinner is done. Let me grab my towel. I'm gonna use that as a hot pad because I'm just gonna eat it right out of the bowl I cooked it in. But this is, I don't know if y'all can see it, it looks pretty good. It's gonna taste good too. I'm hungry. That's really good. Alright guys, as I promised you, take you down to the creek here. And this is just a very, very short walk from camp. It's not like that one where it was right next to it, but it's, you know, close enough. There you go. It just kind of runs its way down. And it takes itself up that way. It's really cool, ain't it? I love camping near water. Because then it quiets down and all you hear is the sound of the water at night. It's like great white noise. It is just after 8 o'clock. Yeah, I know, 8 o'clock and there's this much light outside still. Summer. Gotta enjoy it while it's here. But I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to go hang out. I'm just going to go sit and relax and take in everything. And I'll probably go to bed here in a little while. Just because I'm starting to get real tired. That food hit perfectly. So I will see you all in the morning. Morning, guys. I slept pretty good last night. I woke up on and off throughout the night. My back was hurting a little bit. It was hurting before I went to bed, so. It was a good night, so for the most part, it wasn't windy. You may hear the wind now. I swear to God, I woke up and now the wind wants to start. Who knows? But it was a really good night. It was nice and calm, quiet all night long. Oh, slept great. So this morning, I'm going to eat my breakfast, which I know is really exciting, but that's just how it is. I'm not super hungry. I'm going to eat breakfast, and then we're going to start packing up so we can get back on the trail. Hopefully it won't take too long. It's probably in the low 40s right now, temperature-wise. It is quite chilly. But with this, you know, I've had this jacket on pretty much most of the night. I was okay. Standing out here with the breeze and everything, it's quite chilly, but it's okay. So I'm going to eat breakfast, and then I will meet you guys when it's time to pack up camp. We have got camp all cleaned up, everything's picked up, we're all packed up, and it's time to hit back on the trail. So let's get going, because it is just after 7 o'clock. We're doing great, and I'm excited. The sun is starting to come up a little bit. I can see it back behind us. The sun actually should be coming up from over there, but it's taking its sweet time over the ridge, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and get ourselves on the trail, guys. So this is where we came up from yesterday, and we turned that way, and that was that embark trail. So now we got to go from there this way down this trail, and this should pop us out just south of Breckenridge, and then we should literally be on the road for, I don't know, maybe less than 5 minutes and popping on to the next set of trails. So let's go see what this trail has to offer. But we're cruising through here. I actually stopped just for a second though, because I hit a section and it just smelled like fuel, like crazy amounts of fuel. And so I stopped, and I thought maybe the Jeep started leaking fuel or something was wrong with the Jeep. Nothing's leaking, the Jeep smells fine. It's just that area back there. Either someone dumped a ton of fuel or something, I'm not quite sure. We have two choices: Georgia Pass or American Gulch Road. Okay, change of plans. We're gonna take the pass. And the reason we're taking the pass is the American Gulch Road. They have a big sign out right now that says, for the direction that we need to go, that it is closed. The other direction is open, but the direction we wanted to go is closed. So let's go check this out. Otherwise, we may be improvising, seeing what else we can find. But
It's still an adventure. I'm still having a blast. I'm not upset. It just means we alter the path a little bit. We see what we can do. Can't go on things that are closed, so I'm not going to be one of those people that just goes down that way. If it's closed, they've closed it for some odd reason known to them, which is fine. It just means that we will explore a different way. And a different way it has been. We are climbing. We are definitely climbing now. So this would be a great trail to bring Lindsay on. It's not super technical, it's not overly difficult. She'd enjoy it. It wouldn't be like the trail yesterday. I wouldn't take her on that one. She wouldn't like that off-camberness and how steep we were going down as much. But this would be a good one, especially because it's so pretty out here, guys. It's absolutely gorgeous down here. Oh, we have some deer. And she's got a babies. She's got babies. That was cool. See the mama and her babies? They're just out here enjoying life, enjoying nature, man. My goodness. It's amazing what you see. Like I told you, you come out here and it's just you. It is amazing what you can see in the morning. It's just, you know, not a care in the world. They're just out doing their thing, and I'm out here. They're not really afraid. They're tucked up down there now. This is awesome, guys. I'm loving it. This morning, deer and little deer, and yesterday the mountain goats. That was sweet. See what else in nature we can find out here.
Okay guys, we are at the top of Georgia Pass, and before I show you the incredible view on the other side of you guys, it is gorgeous. Look at this clear sky. It's beautiful. But there must be a fire out in the distance because I keep smelling burning wood. And I keep thinking it was the Jeep, and it's not the Jeep. I've stopped, I've checked, I've smelled. It's not the Jeep. It's something is burning somewhere, so I don't know where. I think it's off in the distance. But before I show you the incredible view that was just behind you guys, yes, I'm keeping it a secret for a second. I'm not the only one up here. There's two Toyotas up here. I think they're off hiking or something. I have no idea. There's no one in the cars. But this is the area we just came up. And yes, I understand it's windy. I will try and talk louder. But check this out. So this is the cool view that we have been seeing on and off on the way up. So check that out. Look at that view. Just look at it. It's incredible. It's beautiful. Okay, so then we have this view here. Lovely mountains right behind here. We got the forest right here. Now, yes, I have to walk back over to show you this amazing view. Because it is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Check out this view. And no, I don't mean the Tacoma. Look at that, guys. It is gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting this, you know. The whole time we were climbing, it's just trees, trees, trees. You know, we get to the top of the pass. I was expecting, you know, more trees and not a whole lot of view. This is awesome. Now, we have some trails behind us here. There's this trail and this one. We have to go down this trail to continue our journey because we are going to end up back over that way somewhere. Because if you guys can see, let's do some show and tell. Down there, where's my finger? Whoop, is the plains. Right down there's lots of cattle and things, and the 285 is down over that way. So that is our end point, is somewhere down there. But before we get there, we have to maneuver through all of this to get down there. And I have it all marked out on Gaia, so it should be a really fun time. So I'm going to take this in for a couple more minutes, guys, and then we're going to get ourselves back on the trail. Because it is about 9 o'clock, and we need to hit the end of the trail by 12. Because I have 2 hours home to make my 24-hour time limit. Like I said, I'm just keeping track of the time. I'm not worried about it. We got plenty of it. Wow, guys. Beautiful. Stop for a second. I want to show you guys this. It's an old abandoned cabin that's obviously been destroyed. But yeah. That's pretty cool. And there's a nice little camp area right back up in here too. You could probably get maybe 2 vehicles, 3. You won't be able to get a trailer in here, that's for sure. Yeah, there's been tons of these cabins scattered across the trails as we've been going through, you know, between yesterday and today. I've seen probably 6 cabins so far. We had those 2 up top. There was another shack that I didn't show you guys. There was the cabin next to where we camped last night. This one, and we passed 2 others this morning. There's a lot of them, which are really cool. I do wish that they were in better condition instead of just collapsed and destroyed. Make it cooler. Okay, guys, so we're gonna continue down here. We're gonna still look at campsites as we go along, because I've got like three more of them marked out on the map. Well, I may run across some other ones, because that one road we ran across had all sorts of ones. But we're gonna keep on going, guys. So this is a Forest Service road. This trail coming down off of Georgia Pass, it is definitely, at least since we left the very top, it has been easy. I'm like
It's very smooth, it's very well maintained road, which is fine. I'm hoping that, so when we get down off of the mountain here, we have to go by some private property, and then we turn back into the national forest, and I'm hoping that trail is a little more technical than just this Forest Service road. I don't know. I looked. A lot of the roads, they sit there and, the information says they're not maintained. There's chances of it being moderate. We don't know until we do it. But this is definitely easy peasy. Awesome. I haven't seen any more campsites though since we left that cabin. I haven't seen a single campsite yet. But I suspect that'll change because I didn't have anything marked along here anyways, just because I didn't see anything when I was looking on the map. So more than likely, further up I have more spots, so that's probably where we will see more of the campsites. Because no way, guys, there is literally a moose in the road right now. A freaking moose. It's a moose! An actual moose! Mother Nature pulling out all the stops for me. Wow! That is awesome. That is awesome, guys. It's just staring me down. Wow, look at her. Absolutely beautiful. That was incredible, guys. Like, she just jumped up on the road, onto the trail, and just scattered off. She's just up there hanging out. I don't think she's got a baby with her. At least I'm not seeing one. Heck yeah, Mother Nature. Woo! God, I love nature. This could be another big potential campsite. There's lots of space. There's actually spaces back up there too. But what's really cool, this is the reason why I stopped. The reason why I stopped is for this. Because I saw this up in the road, because the road's right back there. There is this creek that is running right here. It's just running right off the camp here, which I thought was pretty cool. I wanted to come check it out real quick. It's a good spot. There's also another camp spot right up on the other side of these trees here, which could be good. It's closer to the road though. This one's a little tucked up in here. But look at this. This is pretty cool. It just runs right next to the camp. This could be a really good one, especially if you have a lot of vehicles. You can get lots of vehicles and trailers in here. A lot of ground tents. It's a nice spot.
Well, it is about 5 minutes to 12. We did it. I got 2 hours drive home, completing my 24 hours. It has been an absolute awesome time, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed coming on this adventure, because I had a blast and absolutely loved it. The main road is just on the other side of the camera here. You'll probably hear some of the cars driving by, and it is a little windy on and off. But guys, I am all aired up. It has been an awesome time. If you guys would like to help support my channel, head over to my Patreon page. The link's in the description below. You'll get access to all my waypoints, my campsites, the routes that I build. They're all there, and some behind the scenes content that I don't put on YouTube or on Instagram and things like that. Speaking of Instagram, if you want to check out my other social media platforms, they are in the description also. The journey doesn't stop when I turn off this camera, guys. I am constantly doing things, updating it, and keeping you guys posted on what I've got going on, because every day it's something different. Sometimes it's projects. But it has been awesome, guys. I hope you guys absolutely enjoyed this adventure. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you all next time out on the trail.